A reading from the letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, you have forgotten the exhortation addressed to you as children. My son, do not disdain the discipline of the Lord, or lose heart when reproved by him. For whom the Lord loves, he disciplines. He scourges every son he acknowledges. Endure your trials as discipline. God treats you as sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? At the time, all discipline seems a cause not for joy, but for pain. Yet later it brings the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who are trained by it. So strengthen your drooping hands and your weak knees. Make straight paths for your feet, that what is lame may not be disjointed, but healed. The word of the Lord.
Our second reading for this Sunday is taken from the letter to the Hebrews. We have been reflecting on God's invitations to salvation. In the first reading from Isaiah, it is affirmed that God takes the initiative in saving us. We do not save ourselves. God saves us. And how does He invite us? Oh, He opens the doors of His home to all the nations. And He will even send people, prophets, messengers, to invite all the nations to come home to the holy city, Jerusalem. What an invitation. God opening the doors to all. This is the universal extent of God's saving will and action. We hope that the nations will heed the messengers of God and will have no fear in going home to God. In the second reading, the letter to the Hebrews brings us to another way by which God leads us to salvation. And it is discipline. The author uses the analogy of a father disciplining a child. We know that parents exercise their responsibility towards their children by loving them. It is love that motivates them. But that love is expressed not only by giving in to everything that the child desires. If a parent wants the good of a child, then he or she starts discerning, how will my child really grow up towards the good, achieving the good? And our parents know this very well. Many times, you show your love by disciplining them, by impressing upon them that self-denial, denying them of what they want, is the best act of love. For maybe what they want will not be good for them. It is not denying them just to punish them. In fact, the discipline, the reprimand, and even the pain of temporarily depriving them of something that they want are all meant to show them your love. They may not understand it right away, but in the course of time, they will give thanks for that discipline. And the letter to the Hebrews uses that as an analogy. God saves us by disciplining us. Many times we pray for something. It is not granted. Many times you have a dream that you think is good for you, but it does not happen. Many times you want your plans, your projects to be accomplished according to your time, but then it does not happen in your time. And then we get, pained, we feel sorrow, and some even question God. Well, according to the letter to the Hebrews, for a while discipline is going on, it causes grief. But in the long run, you will realize it is God's love. It is God saving you from something that might be harmful or destructive to you. So, another way by which God saves us is through discipline. Let us welcome the discipline of God.